Testing, testing. Hey everyone, thank you for joining us today for the ISPS HANDA Premiership game, Southern United versus Hamilton Wanderers at home at Forsyth Barr Stadium. I'm Chris Ryder, hopefully with some not too terrible commentary on today's game. I'm joined by Lindsay Robinson, who is a referee in the South here, but is also a referee development manager for Football South. Hey Lindsay, how's it going?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. So good afternoon everyone. Obviously here to watch today's game. So looking forward to how we're be two teams perform, and I should say really three teams performing here of match officials as well, so got to obviously be on that bandwagon, but I apologise now. I'll try and keep the Geordie twang to a minimum, but hopefully we can all enjoy this afternoon's game.
Yeah, it's a bit of a pommy commentating team today, and we've both been roped in, I guess, but we're looking forward to it. Obviously we'll try and be as neutral as possible, but Lindsay, you've got your close eye on the referees today. You tell us a bit about who's on the line and in the middle.
Yeah, so the team of four officials today, Corey Mills, referee in the middle, and then obviously we've got Andrea Valloni on the line, with obviously Caleb Marsh as assistant referees and Calvin Berg on as the fourth official, who will all be acting as a team today. Lovely in pink, I do like to say, great little advocate of that game match shirt, although I do think black is still originally the best colour.
Right, okay. Yeah, they're certainly hard to miss, that's for sure, but even more hard to miss, I'd say, are Hamilton Wanderers in their lovely fluorescent orange today. So I'm not sure the referees will have any issues.
No, I think we'll be looking to making sure that they're hopefully in the game as much as that's needed. So we'll see how the players want to play it, but I'm sure there'll be a good passionate game. Here, a lovely stadium actually as well, Forsyth Barr, my first experience of it, and I've got to say, no excuses on the pitch today.
Definitely not. It's looking pretty amazing condition as we're just about to start here. So hopefully you caught the lineups before the game, but it's Garvin Coughlin to kick us off, back to Danny Ledwith. So Hamilton coming off a 3-2 defeat to Tasman last weekend, and Southern United a 2-1 defeat away to Auckland City. Both coaches obviously disappointed with that result, but both will be looking for some points today, I imagine.
Yeah, I think both teams will be wanting 3 points today, and also some good performances with it. I think it's been of late of Southern United that the good performances but not the right results, and we'll see how the teams play. As you say, it's a pitch you'd want to play on as a footballer, and also you'd want to officiate at as well, so I would hope to see some good play and some good interaction out there, so hope so.
Well, Southern attacking on the right hand side early on. Looks like Connor O'Keefe's won a corner for Southern there. Connor O'Keefe, of course, captain Southern United, looks to be playing in the right back position today.
Yeah, so straight away I think they're on the attack already, so we'd hope that there'll be some form of movement into it. Referee's just having a bit of a halt there. I think there's probably a bit of a, as we say, a little bit of cum dancing going on at the minute, so he probably just wants to have a bit of a word of stating out his claim straight away to make sure that let's get some good behaviours going on here about what it needs to be, and he's restarted play.
Well, here's Danny led with the corner. Straight away, chance there for Stephen Last, centre back for Sunderland United, to put Sunderland in the lead, but just drops by the goalkeeper's right hand post.
Yeah, I think a bit of get a bit of a more actual maybe contact with that. It could have been a bit more something to test the goalkeeper early on, to try and get some bit of see how he is early doors as we're second minute in. So.
Now, Hamilton fans, we will apologise in advance for terrible pronunciation of your team names, but we will do our best. Opportunity there on the left-hand side, but high from the Hamilton attack.
Yeah, so that was from Tommy Semi. So he'll obviously look out straight away, looking to show that he's not scared to have a shot from outside the area. Probably just needs it to be on target a bit more though. So
Southern's head coach Paul O'Reilly will be well aware of the damage that Tommy Semi can cause. He's one of the leading MVP and scorers in the league. Scored last time out in the home game last season against Sunderland United. Despite not coming away with anything, he looked dangerous all game. Southern, I imagine, will be well drilled. Hamilton, a couple of new faces today. Jonathan Manns in goal is his first appearance, and relatively unknown from our perspective, but potentially more well known at North. And Hamilton also have Bueno out due to a collection of yellow cards, having to miss a game through suspension, which will be a big hit considering his goals this season.
So yeah, so looking at obviously United playing around the back comfortably at the minute, and then obviously looking to press on. Bit of a long ball through though, would have been a bit more accuracy on that needed, but falls straight to the Hamilton goalkeeper, who then plays it out. So hopefully possession can be kept a bit better into that play, and obviously we can get some real good promising attacks going on.
Now, just while we've got the opportunity for some self-promotion, Lindsay is moved to New Zealand last August.
Yeah.
And will be well known in the UK from her time refereeing and working as referee development officer for Northumberland County FA, but for also refereeing last season's Women's FA Cup final between Chelsea and Arsenal Women's. In front of about 45,000 people at Wembley.
Yeah, so we're really good that the women's is on a good progression, which obviously I think New Zealand's starting to get that kind of fall into it. But yeah, record-breaking 45,463, I think it was,
okay.
Just to be precise for you, Chris. But yeah, it's always good to play in stadiums, and as I said, it's always good to officiate in them as well. Taking pride of your job. And to the game itself, so we all enjoy it, and had a great atmosphere, so and a good game actually as well, which some bits you can control, some bits you can't, but thankfully it was a great advert for women's football, nationally and internationally as well.
Well, it looks like Hayato's been shot down, potentially on the attack there from Hamilton Wanderers, and it looked like Joseph Nottage who brought him down, so Southern free kick just in front of the halfway line.
Yeah, I think that's been our first free kick really of the game, so it's nothing too much, but quite a nice one for the referee just to pill up, and then just obviously game goes on, nothing too much into it really. A bit of a handball shout there, but referee in a position there to view, I think, of nothing of needing to be of a free kick. Obviously there'll be some different views of a Southern and a Hamilton, but that's why there's a neutral referee in the middle. But
it looked like an awkward bounce more than anything. Hayato Wakino for Southern Say, making his first appearance this season. He's just recently come back from Japan. Last season did play for Southern, signed for Hawke's Bay United midway through the season, and for the past 2 years has been playing for Southern United in the Southern Premier League. Be interesting to see what he does today, but again, Hamilton on the attack with a free kick, just coming up to the final third.
Yeah, a bit of a set piece here for Hamilton, I think, to get it in. Maybe have a little, see how they're going on the attack on this, find a bit of space, and the keeper's managed to punch that away from the area. But I think that's a bit of a danger there for Southern, and Hamilton promising there to maybe getting a goal.
Yeah, a bit of a warning sign there. The header was on target. It was quite easy to win. Potentially just a bit of a lofted ball, so not much power. Self-generated in the shot, unfortunately for Hamilton, but definitely a warning sign for Southern United.
Again, we're just trying to work out possession here. There's a bit of falling back and forth. Southern's moved away with it now, though, so we'll see if we can get anything into it. Great interception there, though, by the Hamilton. Look to see there's a player down that's getting to his feet, but again, we're just trying to look for some good quality passage of play at the minute.
Yeah, just looking a bit scrappy right now. Southern have a free kick, throw-in, which Jared Grove playing left back today.
So
looks to take.
Corey's just gone away just to check from that injury before when the player went down. So I think that looks like Tommy Semi, but just making sure he's all right. It's always important to check the welfare of the players and that. Restart's happening with a throw-in.
Yeah, he seems to be okay. Hopefully he'll be able to continue.
I think it's a classic run-it-off version of a little bit and see how he gets on.
The next stage, of course, will be the magic sponge. Danny Ledworth looks to hit a long ball across there, doesn't quite find its target. And Tony Whitehead manages to pick it up loose after Connor wins it back.
So, yeah, a lot of play in the middle of the third there. Passage of play keeps going back and forth between Southern and Hamilton.
So it is Dunedin, which means that we're pretty casual here. We've still got people arriving for the game, potentially a couple of hundred here so far, it looks like, across the other side. I was saying to you, Lindsay, I remember last season we had almost 2,000 here for our first home stadium game, so not quite that today, but you know, it is a huge stadium. We'd love to fill it with 25,000, so that's a dream one day maybe.
Yeah, never know. We'd like to keep those dreams, and you know, games, football is a great sport to enjoy. Always good to have the live streams working on as well, but you know, nothing beats being at a game live sometimes to get the feeling and viewing, and hopefully the game presents a really good advert for it as well. So again, just some possession here, got a throw-in going on so Connor will be bring it on. Comfortable to be playing at the back, looks as though, with then a long ball, but gets forced out for a throw-in. Again, possession's just changed over against Hamilton, so they're willing to press quite high for them to get the ball back. Just making sure it's taken from the right place. Again, good play out wide. So obviously we've got Hayato on the ball, keeping possession well. And the curse of the commentator.
Yeah, Tony Whitehead looking for Connor O'Keefe, was charging up the wing there, just underhit the pass a little bit. This pitch does take a little bit of getting used to. It's an interesting mix, 50-50 of artificial and real grass, and the bounce can be a little bit unforgiving. As Garvin Coughlin, just on the edge of the area, picks up the ball, feeds it through to Hayato. back to Coughlin. A little bit of trickery. Bit hopeful there for a penalty shout, Lindsay.
Defender's fine, comfortable. Noah's in a good position from the referee with the view as well, so no one's asking for anything either, so great play, and probably defenders pinched it away. But again, a bit sloppy, kind of trying to get the ball in, maybe trying to walk it in a bit too much. Three were around him, quite crowding quite a lot, so it's a hard job for anyone. Even Messi, I'd say, would struggle maybe sometimes. But you never know, Garbutt might have been working on it in training.
Yeah, maybe. Tommy Semi there, just trying to make something happen for Hamilton. Liam Little picks it up in goal.
He looks to be a bit busy and stuff around, so we're getting some play, but again, I think it's that one of maybe some ball in the back of the net from either our team would maybe settle them a bit, but as of yet, still 0-0.
Yeah, possibly just both sides lacking a little bit of quality in the final third.
So offside there from Hamilton, just coming from an offside position. Or was that a couple of seasons now that's in place, whether it's not from where it's taken, so it's always an interesting one when you're still trying to tell players what the new offside law is. But gone with that straight away.
It's Garvin Coughlin with a little bit of space through the centre, so he looks to have a shot, which throws in the corner. Well, that even surprised me, Lindsay.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful finish.
So again, I think it's looking at where, you know,
the scorer of Southern United's first goal, Garvin Coughlin.
Just letting the commentator mention that to the crowd to get it across, but you know, again, an early quick one, which took, I think, surprised the goalkeeper as well. He kind of was a bit rooted to the spot on that going in as well. So 1-0, just as we wanted.
Yeah.
So,
well, Jonathan Manns wouldn't have wanted that on his debut, so no, it's not the ideal start for him for his Hamilton career, but obviously Hamilton do have the firepower to get back into this, so, and we've pretty much got 80 minutes to go, so it's very early in the game.
Yeah. We'll see what Hamilton's response is. As we always know, teams' most weakest times when they've just scored, so it's been a bit 50-50, I would say, at the minute as well, so they'll press to ensure, to try and make sure that they'll get something back in the game.
And just looking online, it seems our sort of long-serving media guru, Morgan Jarvis, couldn't quite make it to the game today, so Morgan's very kind comments about my commentary. I don't know if I dare read any more.
Is it because of the Geordie accent, or is it the...
No, it's certainly not me.
Oh, okay, I apologise now, so, but we're trying, so hopefully make it a bit of entertainment for you, but again, you can always mute.
Well, I can just do some translation on your behalf if you need me to, Lindsay.
Okay, that's fine.
But maybe Morgan will be here himself and to take over from me next week. We'll see. Hayato just handballed in the area there. He got his shot away, but I think he was pretty confident. But again, Southern with a let off, giving the ball away too easily there in their own third.
And again, showing that they're not scared to have a bit of a shot at goal, but again, just quality with that. I don't think, again, keeper was ever pressured of making anything with it. So, but we're now on to a goal kick now for Southern, and we'll see where the play passage goes for us for the next few minutes.
Liam Lynn and goal would have been disappointed last week against Auckland City. He used to play in Auckland, and conceding an own goal and a pretty huge deflection off a free kick would be quite frustrating. Left him stranded for both goals. But Auckland obviously an extremely proficient side in and out of possession. Got themselves back in the game after being 1-0 down to another Coughlin goal. As Hamilton looked to be on the attack here, but fortunately Stafford Dowling puts the ball out for looks like a goalkeeper's kick, or is it a throw-in?
think he actually may have went for a throw-in the end.
Right, okay.
Bit too much power on that. Obviously they had a 2 in support with them, but it literally was probably too much on it to get it in. And yeah, as you say, the actual curls ended up taken in for a throw-in, not even a goal kick. And Hamilton's in possession now as well, so we'll see if we're going to keep a bit of play. Again, comfortable to go back to the goalkeeper and to go back out, so and around. Again, with the good pitch that you've got, I think that probably brings a bit of confidence once you're getting used to it. Although, again, a long ball up front, which maybe just doesn't help their players.
Yeah, Hayato back to Tony Whitehead in the centre. And Connor O'Keefe keeps it in on the right hand side. Hayato has been pretty lively on the left hand side first part of this game. As Ben Wade, does he get anything there? No, straight goalkeeper's kick. So
no, I think again, you know, a good bit of play there going down the channel, getting a run, but maybe ran out of space and was then looking maybe trying to get a free kick or anything. But good position by the assistant and the referee, and instinct to say nothing more than the goal kick.
Yeah, it's good defending actually to shepherd that out from Ben Wade, who is lightning quick. Plays his winter game for Caversham in the club realm, and he's been in the Southern United squad for the past 2 seasons. Last season scored the winning, a last-minute goal against Auckland City away from home to draw 1-1. Yeah, he was pretty happy with that.
Yeah. Just trying to read the bounce there, both teams there. Again, probably showing you how the pitch is showing to be, but as of late, obviously being at the different facilities of around Dunedin, being here at Forsyth will give them another test of how they can play.
So then going back to keeper Liam Little here. Manages to pick out Hayato. Looks to have gone out for a throw for Hamilton.
Just creeping down that line and then goes out.
And the Southern unfortunately haven't had a dedicated home ground in the 3 years since the licence was taken over by the Federation. As Hamilton look on the attack here with Stafford Dowling.
Again, another loose ball getting picked up there by Hamilton. Playing it into side, intricacy play, but
Xavier Pratt there with a bit of possession as it comes out wide.
Enough bodies around the ball got him to force it wide and back to keep it away, and then I'll regain possession from Southern.
So Coughlin picks that up, moves it out on the left to Jared Grove. It's a bit of a high and hopeful one there, though, I think. Although,
and an offside flag as well is being given. So,
as I was saying, I certainly haven't had a dedicated home ground, but we're about 8 weeks away from having a 2-field artificial turf facility built just a stone's throw away from the stadium, actually, on the Logan Park. Looking forward to getting onto that. So it won't be until next season, unfortunately, but it'll be a great thing for football in the region. Not quite the quality of the stadium here today, though. The pitch was fully re-sown after the Shania Twain concert just after New Year.
Again, a bit of a long ball down there from Hamilton, though, but need to be wary about that possession here. So, a throw in.
Tommy Semi again looking dangerous. Not quite put to good use there from Hamilton. Unfortunately back out for a Southern throw.
And again, let's see if we can get some form of an attack going on.
Here's Abdullah Al-Khalisi. Last year, Abdullah played for Tasman United. Signed for Southern for this season. His brother's playing for Auckland. As Garvin Coughlin just can't quite get on the end of that little chip there, but it's a nice idea.
Yeah, probably good little trying to play something a little bit different to get around that defence, because they do seem to have a lot of defending in numbers here. Goalkeeper's gone for the long kick, which then leads to a Hamilton throw-in. So still 1-0 here. Good past the 21-minute mark, and again though I wouldn't put it past Hamilton's got some possession to push something on, so we need to ensure that margin is increased.
Here's Semi in the Southern box. Oh dear, and it's a goal for Hamilton Wanderers.
So I think that was Danny Ledworth deflection off again from that strike. Again, doesn't help the goalkeeper when they're trying to make the save, so 1-1.
Pretty hard for us to see the numbers from. We're not used to being this far away from the pitch, are we, Lindsay?
No.
So we'll do our best to bring you the scorer.
Hamilton Wanderers goal scorer Xavier Pratt.
Well, you heard it there from Ed, so Xavier Pratt scoring a goal for Hamilton. Looked like a long-range shot deflecting off Danny Ledworth, yeah, tricking Liam Little in goal there.
So we're back to all square apiece here on both these teams. Possession again, probably similar to the scoreline. Again, keeper's quite comfortable to play it out quite short to the back of his defence.
One back there by Jared Grove. Tony Whitehead sees an opportunity for Garvin Clocken on the left. Garvin's steaming in. And that is an exceptional goal from Garvin Coughlin there, putting Southern 2-1 ahead.
Yeah, and again I would say a good team play as well, because the other, I think it was Abdullah in there as well, taking the defender away, creating the space for Garvin to run into, and then...
And with his second goal of the day, Garvin Coughlin.
Managed to just slot it into the bottom side of the corner again. So again, 2 goals today for Garvin, having a good season so far.
The Hamilton defence looked a little bit surprised there that he kept going. It's, I think, like you say, they expected him to square the ball maybe to Abdullah, and yeah, Garvin's shot seemed to wrong foot the keeper as well, who's diving to the other way, couldn't quite reach it in time.
And underway here again then, so we'll see again Hamilton's response to the goal. So again, quite comfortable to go back to their, obviously their goalkeeper. It was his first appearance today for Hamilton. Seems comfortable to be given the ball at his feet. Again going forward, but again sniffed out, so that looks like that's Danny getting that ball back again, but again just possession seems to be back and forth at the moment. Oh, great little dummy there from the play, but Stephen Last there managed just to hold off the forward.
Yeah, it was a nice idea there. Both coaches probably a little bit disappointed in the ball retention, I'd imagine at the moment. Some interceptions coming from both sides, certainly in the middle of the park.
Yeah, I think too many turnovers of possession at the minute. Team's trying to look to do something though, and as we've got goals at the moment, so hopefully some more to come. And that throw-in's gone Hamilton's way.
Well, Lindsay, you're pretty qualified to talk from not just a referee's perspective, but a footballer's perspective, playing for both Newcastle and Sunderland ladies in Division 1 Women's Championship in the UK.
Yeah, so I was a player before coming into refereeing, and
here's Hamilton.
Here,
sorry, coming into the box.
Yeah, go for it.
It looked a bit scary
corner
for a second, potentially another nasty defection for Liam Little, but Hamilton win the corner. Sorry, Lindsay.
No, I'll go. So we'll go on this corner for the minute, but yeah, again, quite happy to dribble that ball in the area, and obviously looking to maybe just try and get something from it. Again, a corner's won, so we'll see what that set piece will be like and see whether Hamilton gets some form of attack from this.
And it is just by the goalkeeper's left-hand post. It looked like Joseph Nottage there.
Yeah, I'd go that was a Joe looking up, but they obviously wanting to compete with the goalkeeper there, and I think he won that, but didn't get enough contact to get the direction into the goal.
It was pretty identical to Stephen Last's chance early in the game, but just at the other end of the field.
Yeah, so back onto that playing days. Those boots got hung up a good few years ago, but yeah, got into playing and coaching as well. Back in England, always enjoyed plays. There's a good little passage here from Southern. We're getting a corner. No, good defend though.
That was a great challenge there.
And yeah, free kick there. So from Augustin Nicholas Contratti, just giving that away against Garvin Coughlin.
Well, Garvin's on a hat-trick, so he'll be...
He's holding it already, isn't he?
Yeah, I wonder if him and Danny are going to do a paper, scissors, rock on that one.
I think even Abdullah's into the mix, but say this has been the training ground. Maybe some stuff that's been going on.
Yeah, I'd say Danny Ledwith has marked his name on that pretty early, but Garvin heading back into the penalty box.
Just joining that wall there, so see how this kick's taken.
And it's pretty close.
Probably wanted a bit more curl on that, just to get it in.
Danny Lewis had a few opportunities this season from set pieces, as Eric Panzer brings down Tommy Semi.
Yeah, again just trying to hold up play there from Danny with for a quick break, but referee's not happy with that. I'll probably have a little word and discuss just to say get yourself away. You need the mandatory 9.15 metres or 10 yards.
Right.
Depending which country you come from.
Surely you've learnt the New Zealand rules by now, Lindsay.
There's some different rules a little bit, but I'm trying to get the hang of it. But I'm still learning.
Well won there by Eric Panzer, and Southern reclaimed possession through Al Khaleesi. Jared Grove just looking to find Hayato, but the ball's just a bit too fast.
Pitch a bit wider, maybe. Again, I think Hamilton's trying to look things, but again that turnover of possession's going again. Again, quick break maybe from Southern.
Abdullah was a bit hopeful there, I think, but you've seen those give a name.
Yeah, again, position of the referee was in a good part of it. Game's going on, players getting on with it, which is pleased to see as well. And they're on the attack now.
Well, here's Garvin with looking for his hat trick, and he gets it. Wow, that is 3-1 to Southern United.
So again, there just a bit of quick play going out from the defensive area, moving on to it, and then Garvin again looking to.
That's a hat trick for Southern United's number 9, Garvin Coughlin.
As confirmed by the commentator at the stadium.
Do you, who makes the decision, Lindsay, on whether that goes down as an own goal or a goal for Garvin Coughlin?
You'd probably look at whether it was heading to goal originally. So, you know, there's a bit of play. I wouldn't say, look, match officials will probably comment into it, but if they really want to have a go to it, maybe they'll approach the league. But I think that's more than enough to be a number 9 Garvin's goal for that. It was heading into goal more than anything.
We're not quite at the EPL level where a panel decides within 48 hours of the game happening or anything like that, are we? So
I'm not sure defenders are wanting to claim own goals as well these days either, so I'm sure they're not on an own goal bonus at all or anything, but I'd be surprised if we try and take that off Garvin as well. So
well, Hamilton looking to claw a goal back here with an attack on the right hand side from Stafford Dowling.
Kept him play well,
keep it in. There's a poor bit of control there from the Hamilton fullback.
Yeah, great play of getting keeping it in. Just turned back on himself and then had nowhere else really to go into the penalty area. So, and then yeah, I think you rightly said there, a bit of poor touch. Ball's gone out, and now it's Southern in possession again. So over the halfway mark and 3-1 still at the minute here, so I think we might be still having some more goals today the way it's going, but I wouldn't count Hamilton out of this still yet. There's plenty of time left.
No, they certainly look dangerous on the attack, and they've got a couple of very handy players. So yeah, Southern need to be looking to keep doing what they're doing, but they have potentially been led away with a couple of half chances from Hamilton Wanderers.
And I think that's just maybe the difference of just that chance of taking it. So good bit of advantage there from the referee to keep the play flowing.
Here's Hayato on the attack, looks to square it, but wins a corner.
So he's just going to go back to that one just to let the player know that what's happened with that. But yeah, again, it's what we like to see in the game, keep it going, good little attack, and then they're getting a corner from it.
Yeah, I think I'm not just saying this because you're next to me, Lindsay, but I think the referees managed the game very well so far. There's probably not a lot of contentious issues, but any signs of something dangerous, he's kept his cards in his pocket and been quite communicative, which is positive.
I don't think there's been anything warranted a card in the game so far, and as you want to say as a match official, you're just there to do what's in play with you, and credit to the players wanting to just play today as well. You want it to be competitive, and then yeah, the referees just raise his profile when needed.
Abdul Al-Khalisi there looking to square it. There was a nice decoy run there from Hayato, just to drag a Hamilton defender away. Couldn't quite find the play though.
No, still in possession here, so they're with the throw-in. Managed to squeeze that past that defender. But again, Hamilton just clear the way, but kind of just get it out of their defensive area. Safety their play and just got a throw-in for them.
Tommy Semi quite deep there, looking to get involved in the game.
Referee just making sure it's taken from the right place again. Yeah, quite rightly there. Late challenge on the player on the Hamilton, so that was Ben. Obviously just late on the Hamiltons will get a free kick. Just a bit of play there, but just ended up in being space with no players. Hamilton again, still looking to get on the attack here, putting us under a bit of pressure at Southern.
Well, I'm going to have a go at pronouncing this, but Derek Tiku, I believe, the player there, creating some good space for Hamilton Wanderers. He's been pretty quiet so far, but certainly looks to have a bit of capability in tight spaces.
So again, the referees just need to be required to do the wall here as again, we just need to give Hayato a bit of, learning on what that 9.15 metres is.
Yeah.
But I'm sure it's probably maybe in there more of a delay tactic. Set piece again for Hamilton. See what they can produce from this one. Again, a few aerial challenges maybe coming in.
Or Reese Ruku to take this.
Referee there using Connor there as a captain there, maybe to get some communication across for players. Yeah, not a bad ball in there. Actually.
No, it was very dangerous, curling in inside. Dan Ledwith put it out.
Again, I think they're one of the ones where you're a bit uncomfortable as a defender, knowing who's going to be behind you. So work on the safety there and just put it out for a corner. So Hamilton corner. Again, that was Joe Nottage again on that. So he must be probably a training ground threat on corners and set pieces. But still, as of yet, not ended up in the back of the net for Hamilton.
Well, he looks like a bit of a big boy out there, so a bit like Stephen Last, getting in the zone when it's a set piece opportunity.
Centre half's trying to get on the goal scoring sheet, I think, as well. But again, that's usually the sensible option of who's good in the air. So I think Hamilton's had a bit of possession here at the minute for a spell. See if they can get anything from this.
And Paul O'Reilly will want his team just to manage this period of play, just to stay solid and compact. And his counterpart, Ricky Herbert, obviously looking to get back in the game. Want Hamilton to hold on to this possession and try and create some opportunities.
Yeah, especially when we're approaching half-time as well. They'd probably want something before going in. Looking at that half-time talk. But again, now possession's on to the Southern. Long ball up from Stephen Last, trying to aim for Garben. But again, another turnover possession over to Hamilton.
You'd think if Hamilton can get one back before half-time, it would give the players a bit of a lift coming into the second half.
Makes that gap a bit shorter as well, isn't it? So we've all experienced games where never take into account until that final whistle blows.
If you've just recently joined us, Southern beating Hamilton Wanderers 3-1. Southern a hat-trick from Garvin Coughlin. Initially Southern went 1-0 up, followed by Hamilton coming back to 1-1, and within 30 minutes Garvin Coughlin had made it to 3-1. Just coming into half-time with Lindsay Robinson here. Good period of possession from Hamilton Wanderers. Southern just trying to manage the game going into half-time. Hamilton trying to get something to lessen the gap. There's Abdullah Al-Khalisi possession here in the final third. Out to Hayato Wakino.
Looks like he's held his line quite well there, and they've resulted in keeping possession.
Yeah, Stafford Dowling just putting it out for a corner there. Looked a bit frustrated with himself that he couldn't do better, but I think he did pretty well with Hayato sniffing over his shoulder.
Yeah, again, a good first 40 minutes for him of being in possession and making it difficult for Hamilton.
Here's Al-Khalisi, maybe an opportunity there, but unfortunately wasted. Possession given away.
Yeah, so
Hamilton have 3-on-2 coming into the attack here.
Yeah, slotted in. Obviously Tommy has been playing well this half, but unfortunately the underfooting's gone and possession's back to Southern.
That was a great opportunity there for Hamilton on the counter-attack. Maybe just overcomplicated there from Southern to give it away, but thankfully they win it back.
just proving still that there's a bit of a threat there, still on the attack. Again, Hamilton just needed that bit more to keep a hold of it, and then again put a bit of pressure on.
Here's Ben Wade to Garvin Coughlin looking for a fourth. Goes down there, but easily waved away.
Yeah, again, ball possession, looking at it. Referee is quite happy to say it's goal kick from that as well. He's asking, and the referee answers. So Hamilton goal kick here. Again, little flick on there, quite nice there. Can they keep possession a bit better? I think we've got to end in with a throw in with it. We've got 3 minutes of normal time left, and whatever stoppages they'll probably look to play on, but there's still a bit of time left for Hamilton to maybe get something. Just that final quality part is missing.
Good bit of traditional time wasting there from Liam Little. Every second counts, apparently. Ben Wade let loose, potentially on the right here, but Hamilton defensed as well there to play it back.
Again, nice bit of play there on that right side of the field, getting a corner from it, keeping that pressure up on this side of the pitch for Southern. Finishing the game, trying to keep pressing for some more goals. Just having a little bit of a laugh there of Garvin still maybe having a discussion with Corey, the referee. Having a good little part, but back into play here. Little short one in from Danny. And again, those centre halves again.
Yeah, Stephen Less there. He'll be disappointed with that. Managed to get an opportunity at the back post. It was a well-worked corner, actually.
Yeah. Bit of a difference there as well, so it's nice to see some new set pieces change. Trying to change that angle of getting that into the area. Same target person though. Again, look, a high play up there from Hamilton. Can they look to find someone this time? No. Again, just struggling. And Southern's gone away, resulting with a throw-in.
Possibly another wasted opportunity there for Hamilton. They had possession in a pretty dangerous area out on the left wing. Unfortunately, another turnover. And Garvin Coughlin back on the ball here. He slips it through for an advantage, and here's Hayato.
Yeah. So again, everyone knows that was a good passage. Got a possession there. Referees decided to go for that advantage for that, for good goal scoring opportunity, rather than going with a free kick. But I think the keeper actually did well to smother that opportunity against Abdullah.
Yeah, Jonathan Manns came out quite quickly there, and now we're back on attack with Hamilton on the left-hand side. Fortunately, another opportunity wasted there for Hamilton as Southern go long with Ben Wade steaming down the wing. Sorry, Garvin Coughlin.
He's trying his luck there for that one.
Yeah, I think you'll hear about that on Monday.
again, they're still quite happy to push on here pressure-wise. We're looking to be at the end of the half. Good little play there.
Jared Grove nutmeg to there. He went. See the replay of that one later.
So a corner here. Just seeing what we've got for remainder of the half, but we're playing on with this corner.
Ruku here to play it. Driven in there by Ruku. Hamilton still in possession. Headed clear by Ekpanzer. Picked up by Hayato. Will that be about it, Lindsay?
Yeah, possibly. We'll see where. Obviously, we've got a throw-in to come in. Referee's happy to finish the half there. 3-1 to Southern against Hamilton. Good hat-trick there for Garvin Coughlin. Obviously, Hamilton will be having an interesting half-time talk. Another 45 minutes to go.
welcome back for the ISPS HANDA Premiership game, Sydney United versus Hamilton Wanderers here at Forsyth Barr Stadium. I'm here with Lindsay Robinson, who is Football South's the referee development manager for the Federation, and we had a bit of a chat at half time and realised that I had a few apologies to make, I guess. The first one is I had misread that Ben Dealey was actually playing the number 11 role for Sydney United for the first half, and I believe it was Ben Wade. They tricked me there with the swapping of the numbers, but it's a pretty terrible excuse, really.
So straight in with the apologies there though, Chris, but I believe we've had some alright feedback so far on the commentary. We're trying to keep it neutral here because, Hamilton are here that with it as well, but apparently we need to celebrate goals a little bit more.
Yeah, we could do a commentary cam with if you'd like.
I'm not sure on that.
No,
Chris.
we'll stay off the screen for now. That's a good idea.
I think keeping us off is the best way forward here.
I haven't had a haircut recently either, so I'm not presenting my best face today. I'm
definitely dressed for radio, so we're all good. And the second half starting again here. So it's quite interesting. Obviously, we've got a 3-1 here to Southern United against Hamilton. And we're away on the game. Hamilton have kept possession here at the minute, and they'll be looking to see if they can improve that first half performance. Although they did look threatening at times in the game, but that bit of quality was needed. But I still wouldn't put it past them to trying to put Southern under pressure here. But passage of play now, good bit of hassling from Gargan Clock when he's gained a throw in for Southern. Now down, who are playing obviously towards the right hand side of the pitch today, and will be attacking that area. Again, as we mentioned, Hamilton's got a new start for Jonathan Mains, the goalkeeper, so we'll see how he performs. Good little passageway, stopped a goal in the first half, but straight into play. They're quite comfortable at playing out from the back, but as also can do a good kick downfield to get the position of Hamilton further up, to maybe put some pressure on and then get that ball in the back of the net for them.
Garvin Coughlin there winning a header for himself. Did pretty well in the air.
I think that throw-in's gone a different way to what Garvin's thought.
Maybe he was trying a cheeky one there.
Nothing too much of a discussion on it, so I think, Hamilton's got that throw-in. So alertness and awareness there, well done for the assistant referee. Again, I'll be those 3 teams here today, so I'll just keep reminding a few times. But again, game today where there's nothing being too much asked of the match officials, but alertness and awareness is a game, as we all know, can suddenly change. But play, passage, nothing's been shown here to any of the players today either, so again, just a few little management of players, and the game's been getting on with it. So nice to see that both teams want to play football and just have to see what they can do at the end.
Yeah, as a player, it's always nice when you don't really notice the referee. Obviously needs to get involved there.
Yeah, and I think a bit of a nasty fall, which he's just gone colliding with a player there, so referee aware that a bit of safety needs to be checked. Whether look to see if a physio's needed on play, but no, I think Hayato is quite happy to continue on.
Looked like a bit of a sandwich there between 2 Hamilton defenders. Stafford Dowling involved.
But again, probably a good start the second half to obviously new player Hayato again today, who's been good in the first half, and second half already we're in within the 3rd now minute of it, and he's been in possession. Break here in the attack onto for Hamilton. Opinion there that obviously Eric Panzer pinched that in front of the attacker, so it's just gone for a Hamilton throw-in.
Some great pace shown by the Hamilton attacker there.
think we're looking at Stafford Dowling actually. So again, he's been on possession a few times in the first half. He's not shy of a run.
It looks good here for Ben Dealey. Nice work by Abdullah Al-Khalisi not to get caught offside there, but nothing can come of it, unfortunately.
Yeah, I think a bit too high on the cross that came in, of the players that came in support, but just need to get that bit of quality with the cross that comes in, because done the hard work getting down that wing. And right pronunciation again for Ben.
Well, hopefully his parents weren't watching from Timaru. But if they are, Steve, I'm extremely sorry.
So again, Southern just going on that wing again. Again, looking at probably Ben to form a bit of an attack.
Almost looked like he got caught in two minds there, whether he should put his foot through it or square it for Garvin, and potentially somewhere in the middle was the outcome.
Yeah, never look great them on TV either, do they? So coming into here play, so again starting where first half, second half turnover of possession is going both into Southern and Hamilton. Got a substitution going on here now for Hamilton. So we're just looking here who they'll be bringing off.
Is it Bradley coming off and Joseph Terry coming on, the American? Looks to have slotted it into midfield.
So just a bit of a delayed there flag on that, so offside there with Abdullah. Probably a line there from Hamilton. He took a quick one for that offside. May not have been the right choice, possibly looking back at it.
Here's Danny Ledworth. It's a bit of a feisty challenge. Hamilton win the ball.
Another bit of play here. Picks out his player. Good block there of the shot.
Yeah, Derek Tiku looking to put one in from the edge of the area. Again, Xavier Pratt involved in some play there. We saw him a couple of times in the first half.
Yeah. Again, play looks to be around the penalty area, and then nothing then going through, just resulting in a goal kick for Southern. Little aerial ball in there, bit of a shout there from Southern, but nothing given from the referee. Happy for play just to keep going. Again, just keeping a good rhythm. Ball played forward.
Danny Ledworth kept his head well in the middle of midfield there, but unfortunately just a bit high for Hayato.
Yeah, I think actually they're getting an advantage from that. He was in an offside position, but the referees just allowed them to keep possession and flow. As he give a little bit of an advantage signal there, and probably acknowledge the flag from the assistant.
Joseph Terry there trying to get involved. He's looks to be a fairly strong individual, but dealt with well by Liam Little and Eric Panzer there.
He'll have a good half an hour to probably see how he's going to change this game. Again, still 3-1 here to Southern. We'll look to see how the remainder of the game goes, but it seems to have started how it first half has, and the second half is away. Plenty chances end to end. And we're here with the Southern one again.
Here's Al-Khalisi again. He had a very good first half.
Nice little back heel there.
You see at the bottom left of your screen, Connor O'Keefe, Southern's captain. He's famous for playing in every position so far for Southern United. The last couple of games he's played as a target man, but he's back in his probably favoured role today at fullback. Left or right-footed. He's played mostly across the centre of defence and wide fullback positions for Southern.
Definitely called a versatile player here for Southern.
He's a good old utility man.
Bit of pressure there and forcing a corner against the Hamilton. So another set piece. Shall we see if Stephen Last is going to come up?
Do you think Paul O'Reilly will be looking to make a change anytime soon, Lindsay?
I wouldn't say we'll be looking. He'd be looking something to maybe for the scoreline to stay as it is. Maybe not wanting to try and risk anything at the moment, but whether it's for those players who may be getting a bit tired. But as of yet, everyone seems to be still moving around the pitch, working for each other.
It's Ben Dealey working with Hayato.
Trying to get a little triangle there of the three of them working together. That's a new little formation, but trying to work things. Again, Forsyth Hamilton throwing, who are now looking to do the long to their forwards, but just trying to force it a bit, really.
Yeah, nice work from Semi there.
Yeah, use the full width of the pitch. Be big enough for them, but they just need to have that final third. Trying to get pushed past that defence, test them a bit.
Now, Southern well known for being quite a compact team out of possession, trying to be hard to break down.
Definitely proven that. Hamilton are being forced to keep possession in around the halfway field, which has then moved them back, so pushes them further away from that goal.
Oh, hopefully we've not jinxed them now, but there's still 35 minutes to go.
Again, plenty of time, and again, they're looking to keep possession. Being a bit patient here, which is nice to see, but again, it's away from goal. Can they just get further up the field? I'm sure Ricky would want to try and get that further to test that back four line.
There's an opportunity for Tiku, but the shot's fairly tame. Seems pretty frustrated with himself.
Yeah, I think his footing went there a bit, so he couldn't really get the pressure and the power that he wanted to then test Liam. Quite a nice steady ball through.
It was well worked by Hamilton, though. First real opportunity they've had since the first half.
Yeah, I think it showed a bit of patience, just needed a bit of weight, keeping that possession. And then a bit of quality of then the passing to the little bit of a chance there, which obviously Tiku then took. Back with another goal kick for Liam Little and Southern.
Possession given away there by Hayato, but tries to win it back. It's great play there by Xavier Pratt to retain it.
Bit of pressure there that was put on him as well, and you know he's kept the ball, kept the game flowing. Again, switching play from Hamilton, and then it goes unfortunately for throwing.
So what do you think the attendance today is at Forsyth Barr Stadium, Lindsay?
I think we're looking at, there's some 250.
Yeah, 250, 300.
Good mix of young and old as well, which is, as we call it, or should we say the experienced. But it's great to try and support the future of the game, showing the pathways out there for young players where they can come and play, where they can aspire to as well.
Yeah, today's a great shop window for players from Southern and from Hamilton to reach their potential in New Zealand on New Zealand's highest level competition domestically. There's Tony Whitehead here. Ben Dealey can't quite make anything of that. He didn't have a lot of time though, eh?
No, ball running away from him a little bit as well, so he's a bit outstretched, you can see. But again, a nice bit of play of new players come into it as well. Said Tony, which you mentioned, into it, getting up front a bit, which maybe Paul might be telling him to get back a bit just to cover that back four.
You see Tommy Semi dropping deep there, trying to pick up possession centrally for Hamilton. Does pretty well. As Hamilton carve out another opportunity.
Yeah. Got an offside flag there, so from that header he's come back from an offside position. So from the far assistant, which now Hamilton take that opportunity to make a substitution.
So Jordan Shaw coming on for Hamilton Wanderers. Who's that coming off? Is number 3?
Number 2, I think it was. So it's James Hoyle.
James Hall, I think his brother Stephen plays for Canterbury United. Someone may correct me online if that's horrendously wrong.
And for Hamilton Wanderers, number 2 James Hoyle is replaced by number 11 Jordan Shaw.
So literally on the 60-minute mark, they've got that substitution taking place for Hamilton, so that's our second of the day. Looks like Southern's going to be making a substitution as well, of which Ben Wade's actually now going to be on the pitch, and which will help you. Ben Dealey's now been taken off, so
well, that makes things easy, doesn't it?
Good game today, though. I think they're from Ben Dealey up down that wing channel. Now I think Ben Wade will probably do a similar job and role, but helps Chris out here for the commentary too.
And for Southern United, number 15 Ben Wade replaces number 11 Ben Dealey.
To help you out in the knowledge of Southern players realm, Lindsay, Ben Wade is a recently qualified nurse, having gone through Football South's scholarship program. He's one of the first students to graduate the program, and I'd say you call that a success, going from the youth team through to the senior team, making probably over 20 appearances now for Southern United in the National League.
So that's good, getting education, employment, and then obviously playing football, which as all players want to look at going doing, and so on. It's a great advocate in terms of then the programme, so I'm sure you can use him to get more people coming through that way. So a few changes from both teams, and I think that I'll see how they then settle on today. Again, still 3-1 here to Southern. Hamilton still trying to push. A bit better possession, I'd say. They've had a bit holding of the ball, more linking of play, less turnovers of it. And we've now got a bit of attack here with Dowling again, who I think had a good first half, looking to create something there. It was a great round in the corner, but an offside. I think it was creeping in already.
Yeah, there was I was a bit panicked there, to be honest, but yeah, I'm potentially wondering if he shouldn't have touched that in.
No, I think not much pace onto it, and maybe a bit of direction on from it when you would have said whether the keeper would have got it, but yeah, I'm sure Darling was probably thinking don't touch it. But again, showing there's a threat there from Hamilton.
Yeah, I'd say Tommy Semi has gone up a gear since half time. He certainly looks more dangerous. I'm involved in that recent goal, which was disallowed, but he's been dropping deep and dropping wide and winning that ball back for Southern.
Must be a bit of a blood injury here, as referee here, Corey's just asking Stephen to sort himself out.
Did he get the back of Tommy Semi's head in his face there, potentially?
Possibly, yeah. Again, player safety and welfare is a must, and that's got to be dealt with, so I'm sure they'll be quick to get on set with the physio and then getting back onto the field play hopefully as well, if that can stop. Looks like a bloody nose.
Some more local knowledge for you here, Lindsay. Southern United's physio osteo team, Integrated Health, run by Jim Webb. Jim Webb is one of us, I'm afraid, but he worked as a physio for Premier League teams back in the UK, so he's got a huge amount of experience at the elite level. I'm sure he's dealt with a blooded nose before.
Yeah. Bet those common injuries, as you say, from a back of a head onto the nose. It's whether they can get that stopped, I suppose. Obviously, Southern's just going to have to sort out their back four while he's off the field of play still.
It looks like Tony Whitehead has just dropped in to the back four for the time being.
See if Hamilton maybe can take advantage of this possession play, and obviously they've got a player off getting treatment.
Nice little flick there, and Hamilton on the attack.
Ball might just doesn't fall kindly there, and a great block though from Danny there. They're the stingers of the game, but some bit of play going on there, and a bit of a scream out there from Garvin on that challenge. Again, nothing more than a free kick being awarded by the referee.
Possibly a lot more dramatic from afar than it was close up.
I'm not one to comment on whether injuries hurt or not. As a referee, we stay impartial to that, but as a player, I remember those that do come from behind hurt sometimes.
Well, he's a wily player, but potentially just wanted a bit of time to get Stephen Lass back on the field, which he is now. Here's Ben Wade on the right hand side. It's a good cross actually, just potentially not the numbers there in the box to take advantage of it.
Yeah, and just reading that cross just come in, you'd want someone to kind of see what's going to come in and get on the end of it. But no, keeper did well, come out, and then a quick release to get Hamilton on the other side of the field and getting some pressure on the attack.
Ferg Campbell is my new favourite person in the world, Lindsay.
Oh, how's this?
After his positive comments about our commentary. As Connor O'Keefe does well there to pull it out for a goal kick.
I'm glad they can understand this, so that's good. We do try, I'm not going to say we're perfect, but we've now got a full complement of players on the field. We're looking to have 33 minutes of normal time left. Still some possible changes to come from both sides yet.
I'm just going to correct your math slightly there, Lindsay.
Is he still not?
23 minutes.
Apologies, yeah.
We were both educated in England, so...
I know. I haven't got my watch started, so the time's not working. I should really look at the screen, but... Thanks for correcting me.
It is a key skill a referee should generally have.
It just beeps at me when it's done. That's it.
Right.
But yeah.
So Lindsay, you've been refereeing in National Women's League this season, first double round season. Is it a good introduction for you to be refereeing in that competition?
Yeah, it was really good to get experience of that, looking at the standards of the teams around the country. I was really lucky to be also then experience them in around, so up to go into Northern, as well as Canterbury, etc. Capital. Looking how they want to play. Obviously we've got the World Cup coming up this year for the women, so for New Zealand, and congratulations on them representing New Zealand, and we hope that they'll do well in France. Obviously England's in there as well, so I've just got to be conscious of how things go. But in terms of a country building on their sport, and it can only be seen as a positive. The standard of players and the passion, and you know, the commitment that they're putting into it is second to none. And I really wish them well, and their preparations are going on at the minute, and seeing things right with Tom as the new coach that comes in.
We'd take a New Zealand England final, wouldn't we? That'd be a good outcome.
I'd be happy with that, yeah, so we can go on with that. But obviously, you know, I'll be wearing my England shirt.
Oh yeah, well, I've been in New Zealand 12 years now, so and my wife is a Kiwi, so I'm not sure our house would be way towards England.
And I've obviously got to mention that we've got obviously match officials over, that's going to be going over the World Cup. So Anna Marie's heading out there with Sarah Jones, so well done to them. They'll be representing New Zealand match officials, third team, and obviously England we've got Sean Massey Ellis as well as Lisa Rashid out there as well. So it's important for match officials as well as the players of experience and of the day, and obviously from the World Cup this year that's happened over in Russia. It's exciting times, and it's been some great games going ahead for them, so looking forward to it. Obviously that's a long way off at the minute, and we'll see how today's game is going to go with Southern and Hamilton.
Game just appears to have quietened down a little bit. There's 20 minutes of normal time left.
Yeah, you're probably looking at Southern wanting to, you know, damage control, keep the scoreline as a good gap. Hamilton obviously pressing on, trying to do something in the game that they've got left, hoping for something to come about for them.
Southern with Ben Wade on the field. He's an extremely pacey player. It's just sort of hanging off the last Hamilton defender there. But Hamilton coming forward here with Stafford Dowling.
Yeah, again, trying to go wide, and then they'll be switch and play. So they've been kept quite far away from goal to keep possession there, and then they just seem to be struggling to go further. But maybe this bit of possession for them will help them. Great ball in.
It's a good interception there from Stephen Last, just getting in the way of Derek Tiku.
And that's ended off for a corner, so it must be a deflection on that shot. Keeping their shots at long range. I don't think that Mother putting that pressure on, and if it settles, so we'll see with the set piece. We'll see if Joe Nottager's gone up.
There's a couple of Hamilton players look like they are stretching their hamstrings, but still got a while to go yet in this game.
So again, a change of a short corner there for Hamilton, trying to get it in on a different angle. Didn't really come off for them.
Here's Eric Panzer winning the ball back for Southern. Just lets it run out of play.
Yeah, again, alertness and awareness from the assistant there, just keep an eye on it. Ball gone out. Again, Hamilton's in looking possession. They're not giving up. There's still a good 18 minutes left. Unfortunately, passes like that aren't really going to help them, but gives Southern the opportunity for another substitution. So we've got Sam Pickering coming on. And looks like they're resting Abdullah Al-Khalisi. So good rest for him. Done a good shift, I'd say.
Yeah, I'd say that's the best game I've seen him play for Southern. Actually, he's been extremely dangerous, holding on to possession very well. I think he got himself 1 or 2 assists today, so yeah, he'll be very happy with his performance.
And for Southern United, number 10, Abdullah Al-Khalisi is replaced by Sam Pickering.
Again, probably just being sensible with the substitution there when you're, you know, as you said, they've been working hard. They just need to keep ensuring that pressure's done. Possession on Southern's kept.
Given away there by Tony Whitehead. And deflected out for another corner for Hamilton Wanderers.
Always a bit dodgy playing around the area. The penalty area passes, especially a square pass as well. You've just got to be careful. And Hamilton are trying to sniff out something here, so it's gone for a corner. just waiting because we've got Hamilton possibly doing a substitution, but they might wait for this corner to take place first.
Stefan O'Reilly looks to be ready to come on.
Maybe they've asked the coach whether they want this corner to go first. Yep, that's gone on.
Looks like Xavier Pratt might be coming off for Hamilton Wanderers.
Got through, and then we'll now take the substitution. We'll be going ahead. Yeah, well done there. So that's all of Hamilton's substitutions take place. They've now got a throw in, and they'll be trying.
The Hamilton Wanderers, number 17 Xavier Pratt is replaced by number 18 Stefan O'Reilly.
Far ball in there. Maybe a little nick, yeah, I thought that did. Came off Jared Grove, so gone for a corner again. So a bit of possession here for Hamilton. They've just got to maybe try to use it.
Adam Hewson, Azariah Soroman warming up on the sideline as corner's cleared away by Connor O'Keefe. Adam Hewson plays his trade for Queenstown Rovers. He got a number of goals for the Southern United youth team in the National League this season, has taken a step up to the senior team. Again, good example of the pathway.
Yeah, it's vital for that experience to come through, and even probably just to be here today in the stadium, seeing the pre-match preparations, all that kind of what players are doing, that's all vital and important as much as even the game time.
Looks like Hayato's being released here on the left.
Yeah, that's sensible, you know, helping out with the play there, made sure he's getting something from it, whether it was a throw-in and or a free kick, so play there going.
And Tommy Semi seems to have dropped fairly deep for Hamilton, and Derek Tiku is now playing as the highest player for Hamilton.
Bit of wing play into there for Southern. Obviously getting Sam on the ball, and he's won the corner, yes? No? That'll be my interpretation.
We of course wouldn't criticise any refereeing decisions.
Not at all. Both referee and the assistant were fine with that, so I'm happy to go.
We'll never get an amateur media award that way.
No.
Terry Boyle in there, Southern United's assistant coach, conversation with Paul.
I'm sure they have many conversations during their game. Looking at what's going on, players doing the jobs that they're meant to be doing. Just a bit of change of, possibly a bit of delay of time here onto the throw-in. No goals this half so far, but I would say Southern would have been happy with the first half just to try and cement this scoreline. 2-goal cushion as well, always helps the situation.
The key as a player coming back in after half time is just to manage the game. Don't concede early, don't give the opposition any clear opportunities to get back in the game, and then see if we can build off that to develop some other opportunities. But I think Southern have done very well to limit Hamilton to a couple of half chances, not really anything too serious.
No, most of it's been quite far from goal as well, so that's the important bit of making sure that when you're having the ball is, pressure out, keeping them away. Obviously, Tommy's been a threat today, limiting his time on the ball and keeping their possession away as further as they can from the goal. Again, their possession's just being kept on their own half there. Trying to look for gaps to go through. Again, pushing up the field. Derek Tiuko's there trying to get through. And a free kick's been awarded. Near that penalty area, but, movement there from the assistant, as well as then the referee giving a good decision there of a free kick.
Of course, Hamilton have got some dangerous players at set pieces. Tommy Semi is hanging around the ball there. I'd be surprised if it wasn't someone else. If it was someone else, sorry.
Again, he's been trying a lot today, so he'll be probably wanting to try and get something for his efforts. Helping out Hamilton as well. As said, we've got less than 11 minutes of normal play, and whatever we'll be looking for the added. But the referee's just trying to sort out that wall.
No disappearing spray in the league yet.
Vanishing spray, no. Don't feel that's much needed, but
It looks like Tommy Semi to take it. Blocked by the wall.
Wall's done their job. Possession still with Hamilton though, and that'll be another corner. Deflection came off there at the back there.
Jared Grove.
So Hamilton's just still testing Southern here, I think, just to see if they can try and get something from this. Bit of pinball going on, and then we've seen a free kick given by the referee.
Potentially a handball or challenge.
Must have seen something. It was a bit of a ball around, but yeah, everyone's just got on with it.
Connor O'Keefe there just having a chat to Liam Little.
Just need that ball starting from where it needs to be, so correct restart's needed. Gained about 30 yards there they were trying. I think a bit of common sense there, take that back, get the restart right.
It was a bit optimistic.
Yeah. Must be fun within the penalty area to start. Just a bit of Southern players there kind of coming together there.
It's a good intercept there from Sam Pickering. Out wide to Garvin Coughlin.
Yeah, this has released some pressure up further field, which is easy enough. Yeah, and then definitely would say a late challenge. Referee's not happy with that, and now this will be the first card of today's game, which of all that's been given, there can't be any complaints.
I think Garvin Coughlin will be happy with that, winning that free kick. There were probably 7 Hamilton defenders back and only 2 Southern players in the final third, so opportunity here with a set piece.
Yeah, again.
Stephen Last again.
Maybe using a bit of common sense there, using the ratios of getting something from it, if not just holding up play, allowing that extra support to come. Obviously bear in mind they're winning 3-1, they wouldn't want to all push up the field of play. But we've seen obviously at the minute those tall players of Southern have come up to maybe cause a bit of trouble in the area.
Oh, it's another opportunity there for Stephen Last from a Danny Ledworth free kick. Looks to be falling backwards.
Yeah, not right in the right position for it, was it? Interesting ball in. Quick play out from Hamilton now. Throw-in's been awarded, but now again Southern's using this as an opportunity for a substitution to come on.
So Adam Hewson's coming on for Jared Grove.
I think there might be a bit of shape changer here, but this will be a good bit of experience for him. Over 7 minutes at least, if not, plus I'm sure there'll be some added time onto this as well.
Yeah, it looks like Sam Pickering slotted in at right back, and Connor O'Keefe has moved from right back to left back.
And for Southern United, number 3, Jared Grove, is replaced by number 12, Adam Hewson.
Yeah, Adam Hewson, very effective usually as a left-sided winger. Extremely quick player. Just posing a different set of problems for Hamilton Wanderers to deal with as they try to claw their way back into the game.
Yeah, again, getting a corner from their attacks there. Look to be they're trying to get something from the end of it, but those set pieces are not quite working for them still yet.
Connor O'Keefe there putting it out from Tommy Semi. Connor does like the one-on-ones. That's what he lives for. And he did very well there against Tommy Semi, who, as you know, can cause a lot of problems to defenders.
So a bit of a long ball in from that corner. Possession still kept though from Hamilton, although just that again took his eye off the ball, which is then given into possession, but he's recovered that well. I'd be quite happy with Stafford Darling's attitude for that.
Yeah, Ben Wade trying to put the afterburners on, but Stafford Darling did really well to
rectify his mistake though, yeah. Going back as players are.
Here's Adam Houston having won the ball back.
Yeah, and gets a throw in for it as well, so good start.
Stephen Lass just hopped off the field for a second to stuff some cotton wool in his nose.
Maybe that
one of the glamorous
corner
suspects.
When he's fallen down, he's just reopened that nose again. Again, monitored by the fourth official though, so that's all good. So building up to the last few minutes of this game, depending on the added time that comes in. Hamilton, got to give them a credit for effort, but that quality has just not been happening today for them.
Nice brilliant play from Garvin Coughlin there, releasing Ben Wade. And yeah, just trying to cause some more problems for Hamilton Wanderers. Hayato on the edge of the area. Nice interplay there.
Yeah, awareness there as well, just to give a little 1-2 in. Just didn't fall for them quite right, but again, new players on, trying to look to correct something for Southern.
Good tracking back from Hayato there as Danny Ledwith plays the ball through to Garvin Coughlin, who flagged offside.
Yeah,
I think he expected that, didn't he?
Yeah, one as well, so Hamilton quick to get the ball in for that restart for the offside. Again, they're just trying to keep this pressure on, trying to get something from it. We've still got time left on the clock. Watching how this ball falls. And then just good pressure on there, but Derek was just unable to get his foot around that ball to get a shot on target.
Yeah, he did well to win that back. Sam Pickering there, maybe I should have done better, but Derek Tika did well to be tenacious there, but probably disappointed with that shot. He seemed to have a clear opportunity, but maybe a little bit off balance, as you say.
Just a little bit of free kick again. I think that's a bit of maybe experience as well coming in. I think obviously Joe Terry's just come on as a substitute, trying to get that ball for Hamilton, and Garvin using his bit of common sense of winning that free kick for them. Referees just want them to hurry up a little bit. Again, Danny with the ball in. And offside, just been flagged.
Oh, it's a good turn by Garvin Coughlin, who's one-on-one with the keeper here. Can he get his fourth? No.
Yeah, pulled wide. Unfortunately, he's done all great work there, driving towards goal. Just needed to get that in place in that bottom corner. Fortunately, it's always easier said than done.
It looks a lot easier on TV, doesn't it?
Yeah. I'm sure he'll be still disappointed with himself though, with not even trying the goalkeeper there. of getting it on target. Again, though, Hamilton trying to get that ball back, keep putting the pressure on.
So Hayato here skips past a couple of players and wins a free kick.
Yeah, so again, Joseph Terry, I would say that's probably a bit of a stopping a promising attack there, taking one for the team of breaking up the attacking play. Also probably a bit of frustration of trying to get that ball from the player.
Hayato seems to be taking his time to rise from
the challenge.
Yeah. A good opportunity now to say thank you to our IT guru Anthony Bakey for his whiz-bang live streaming solutions. He's made it pretty easy for us, hasn't he, with buttons on the screen that do magical things.
Yeah, don't ask me what each button does though, sometimes I'll leave that to your job, Chris, but quality of the stream's been really good. A bit difficult, the numbers of Hamilton, must admit though, that white on oranges, so I apologise if some of the players have not been able to pick up for you, but been good probably for those of you that have been watching. Hopefully the commentating's not been too bad from myself and Chris. First half obviously some more goals, second half a bit more of a sensible approach. Hamilton's still not giving up yet though, so we'll still wait for that final whistle to go. 4 minutes have been given up from the fourth official though, so we're looking at a minimum of 4 minutes to be added onto today's fixture, so you never know.
Well, Hamilton on the attack here. Southern can't quite get it clear. Keep giving it them straight back.
Yeah, there'll be some, again, different ground, different pitch, but there'll be some tide, no legs out there. Stephen Last looking quite interesting with that cotton buds up nose, but as they do.
Referee's assistant has indicated there will be 4 minutes of additional time at the end of it.
Well, Hamilton slipping out of the top 4 last week. Southern United also desperate for a win. As Tommy Semi just can't quite find some space to get a shot away.
Yeah, again, I have to say some good defending from Connor, just standing up to him and not rushing too much of a challenge, making it difficult for him and pinching it back. Hamilton's still got that possession, although turnover now there is. With the break.
Garvin one-on-one here. Back 4.
Just a bit more pace probably needed on that to get Adam in. Would have thought Garvin might have went on his own. Bit of a surprise of a pass, but he picked him out well.
Ball stays in here. And again, Connor O'Keefe does very well against Tommy Semi. He's a tricky customer, isn't he, Tommy Semi?
Yeah, I'd say he's definitely one that you'd want on your team. He's going to give some effort for you. He's tried things today, but maybe just one of those days that doesn't come off for you. Good punch away there from Liam, and a block there for the team. Bit acrobatic, I'd say, of defending clearance, but it's done the job.
You done that before, Lindsay?
I wouldn't say it connected as well as that, actually.
Opportunity there for Hamilton Wanderers, but body language of suggests that he's a bit frustrated with that one.
So again, just a reminder, we've got 4 minutes of stoppage onto this game for usual adages of substitutions, a few little injuries. Just got a little head clash there. They're quite painful then, in the curve, so we just need to monitor, making sure everyone's all right. Bit of a rub.
Yeah, looks to be okay.
No magic sponge for this one now, so.
Yet. Southern seems Paul's tactic was to put a couple of pacey players to provide some more energy in the last third of the game, and they have carved out a couple of opportunities that Paul would have wanted them to do better with. Garvin Coughlin with a one-on-one a few minutes ago, and Adam Houston with a potential opportunity, but Hamilton Came close, had a reasonable free kick opportunity that was blocked. But otherwise, no clear-cut chances in the second half.
No, again, I think you know, if you'd said prior to the game what the scoreline would be, that would be happy. Obviously, they've done the job probably first half in terms of ball in the back of the net for Southern, so they're then being a bit more sensible. Hamilton obviously trying to push on, but on a different day, I think, yeah, Paul would be wanting to be a bit more clinical. And the referee's there just blowing up that final whistle.
Full time here then, Hamilton Wanderers go down at Southern United 3-1.
So yeah, a game today that I'm sure Southern United are quite happy with that from today. Game at Forsyth, good ground, good pitch. You know, Garban getting the hat-trick today for Southern United.
And that's a final score of 3-1 to Southern United here at the Forsyth Barr. Congratulations Southern on the victory. Well played both teams, and a safe journey home for our friends from Hamilton. Thanks for coming along today. Make sure you join us back here at the Forsyth Barr Stadium for our next home game on Sunday the 27th of January against Team Wellington. Kick-off 2 p.m. And don't forget you can keep up with all the Southern United news via Facebook, Twitter, Instagram and at southernunited.co.nz. Have a safe journey home.
Ed there doing our job for us, that's quite nice of him.
Yeah, it's good. So I'd definitely say get down to support these last few games of the season stuff, home games especially being in a ground here as play of it. So goals today, we need some more of you guys coming down, watching, supporting. But thanks Chris for the opportunity today of commenting. I'm sure I'll not be asked again, but who knows.
Well, I'll sign you up for the rest of the season, Lindsay. I'm sure no one will mind.
I think my job's best to be on that field of play in the of those match officials and being up here though. But we said we had tried. It's been a good game to see. Nice one also for the match officials to bring from it as well. Nice to see the players going over there to appreciate the supporters who have showed up.
As you heard, Southern United, this is the first of 4 home games on the bounce. So next Sunday we host Team Wellington at Forsyth Barr Stadium. Following Sunday, Waitaka United again at Forsyth Barr Stadium, followed by the rescheduled match against Auckland City on the 13th of February, Wednesday. I believe it's a 5:30 kickoff at Sunnyvale Park, which is one of our other home venues here in Dunedin. So we're going to sign off now. Just thank you again to everyone for tuning in, and we look forward to doing the same again next weekend. Hey, Lindsay?
We'll see. We'll discuss the contract for that later on.
Okay, there'll be some bribery going on, I'm sure, to get me off air and get someone else on with you. But
have a good afternoon, guys.
Thank you.